let's back up to the FBI. Go ahead and start where you made the phone call with the FBI.
Okay, I called the FBI, and they seemed uninterested in it. They told me I got to call the Internal Affairs Department.
At the police department, right?
Yes. And it's not a big department. It's a one-horse town. Okay? And they don't even have that. They don't even have a garage to park the cars in.
Okay, and this is the North Braddiock Police Department in Pennsylvania, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Okay, and then I called back and tried to get a supervisor again for North Braddiock, and the dispatcher radioed them. He's making calls to outside agencies. He's demanding the chief stop him. So they came in my room and they handcuffed me.
Okay. And this call came over the radio, right?
Yeah, the dispatcher called them back to warn them that I was
focus
trying
on
to
this
call
in a minute.
outside
Okay, so
agencies.
basically what you're saying is, okay, you weren't satisfied with the service, and during that time you were trying to contact somebody else for assistance, and
yes.
The police dispatcher went over the radio and said he's trying to contact outside agencies, and then
yes.
They physically detained you with handcuffs.
Yes.
Okay. All right, continue from there.
Okay, now, they were upset that this is about the 50th time I called about them. Okay, now I did make a lot of calls to the FBI before that, before they showed up. There was an incident where they pretty much beat me up and sprayed me with 3 cans of mace for no reason.
Okay, let's discuss that for a minute. What happened when they beat you up and sprayed you with the pepper spray?
Well, the same neighbor called and said that I was screaming in the street in front of my house. So they came down and saw me standing in front of my house, and they took me to the police station, and under heavy protest, I was hollering. I was very angry.
Mm-hmm.
While I was in the cell, mind you, I got sprayed with 3 cans of mace. I got this white shirt that is saturated with mace. And each impact spot of the mace, you can see how many impact spots with the mace were. There's about 50 of them. Okay, so I saved the shirt. I called the FBI numerous times over the past year before that, demanding that they come out, look at this shirt, and take a report. And they were uninterested. They said, "No, we're not going to even come out for that."
Okay. Now,
okay,
were you charged with? You were arrested. Were you charged with anything?
Disorderly conduct.
Okay. And when was that arrest made?
That was in that was a year. That was in June of '98.
Okay. Do you know what particular day you were arrested in June of '98?
Oh, I'm not sure. Oh. I'll have to get the paperwork on that one.
Okay.
Okay, it's on the desk here somewhere. See. Oh, and my roommate, he called the state AG's office. He made all kind of calls, and when they were here, that's one of the things they were very upset about was all the calls to outside agencies. That's basically what all the fighting was about.
Okay. So you're complaining of the excessive use of force and your arrest for disorderly conduct did occur on or about June of 1998. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then the May 14th incident in 2009 was that when the dispatcher went over the radio and said he's trying to contact outside agencies, or was that the June 98 one?
That was the second one. That was the 99 one.
Okay, that happened in 99? All right.
Yeah, that was in May of 99.
Okay, and that's May, you're talking about May 14th, 1999 or 2009?
No, 2009. That's the second time I were here.
Okay, that's the recent one. That's
Yeah,
that's a year ago. Okay, that's fine. I want to make sure that it's clear. That's going to make a big difference by a decade. And that's what I want the information on. Were you arrested on May 14th, 2009?
Yes, I was put in jail for 19 days and denied bail.
And what was the charge?
There were 6 charges, 2 felonies.
Okay. And did you go to court on those charges?
Yes.
And were you convicted of any of these charges?
They offered me a plea deal for simple assaults.
Okay.
And 1 year probation, and I took it.
Okay, so you pled guilty to assault and got 1 year probation. Okay, I remember talking about that. And you're still currently on probation?
Well, I just saw my lawyer yesterday, and I paid him, and I paid my court costs and everything. And he says it'll take about a week, but he's going to have the probation rescinded.
Okay, that's good. All right, well, do you have copies of police reports in your possession?
No, they were already in storage. I went yesterday when I seen the lawyer.
Uh-huh.
He already had the stuff in storage, but he's going to send them to me.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and hold on a second.